Yo, what is up guys, and welcome back to McAD's Entertainment. I'm your host as always, Adam McGahee. Just want to say thank you all again for helping grow this channel like crazy. We have officially broken 6,300 subscribers, which happened way faster than I thought. I love making these videos, and your constant comments and support truly motivate me to keep going. You all are the true heroes. We continue once again in the never-ending saga of the maggot-filled rotting maniacs from the Marvel Zombies line of comics. In our last video, we covered the full gory story of the leg-eating invincible man himself, Zombie Luke Cage. I will have that video linked in the title card and in the description below. In today's video, to celebrate the launch of possibly the worst but best superhero movie of this year, we'll be covering the full legend of the muscle-munching undead vampire, Zombie Morbius. No, our boy Morbius was not safe from Rotten Tomatoes bombing his movie, or from the mysterious alien virus that transformed him and most of the other superpowered beings of his dimension into violent cannibals. His story is not as long as some of the others that we have covered, but it was still an integral part of the overall story and is a great time while it lasts. So without further ado, be like a vampire and grab a blood orange, sit back, relax, and enjoy the full gory story of Zombie Morbius. Who is he? Zombie Morbius, like most of the heroes and villains of this earth, was infected with an otherworldly plague that turned them into flesh-hungry but still self-aware undead zombies. He made his first appearance in the pages of Marvel Zombies 3 #1 back in 2008. He comes from Earth 2149, but his origins pre-pandemic were very similar to his main universe counterparts from Earth 616. This all changed one god-awful day when a zombie version of Marvel's Superman the Sentry found his way to this Earth. Colonel America and several other Avengers reported to the scene to check on the hero, but were viciously attacked by the man, causing them to become infected with the zombie virus. Within seconds, Cap and the gang mutated into flesh-hungry undead and began violently attacking and devouring every poor citizen who got in their way. The plague would then quickly spread throughout the Earth, turning many of Earth's most powerful heroes into organ-eating monsters. The uninfected tried to fight back, but due to the horde's growing strength, they were either killed or infected themselves. The hungry lads and lasses would then proceed to pick the entire Earth clean of all human life without even saving room for leftovers. As they sat sad and hungry, an unexpected food order would come in the form of the Silver Surfer, who arrived to the planet. Shiny Johnny Sins would then warn the undead that their time had come and that his master Galactus would soon arrive to devour them and the planet. Skipping the dialogue and going right for the boss fight, the zombies attacked. While the Surfer was able to wreck several of the hungry heroes with his cosmic powers, he was soon overpowered and devoured by Hulk and several others. The lucky lads who got a taste of this out-of-this-world cuisine soon realized that not only did they get a great meal, they also got the Surfer's superpowers in the process. It's just like a Happy Meal toy, but only better! The new cosmic-powered Avengers then used these new abilities to throw a summer cookout where they cooked and ate their fellow zombie friends. Upon eating their friends, the zombies are then met by the big boy Galactus himself, who was rather ticked that the boys gobbled up his employee of the month. While he at first seemed unstoppable, the Cosmic Avengers were able to combine their powers into one concentrated beam that struck the giant and sent him tumbling to the ground. Leaping on their food before the 5-second rule could kick in, the Zombie Avengers then devoured poor Galactus, where they got a pretty sweet level up and gained the ability to travel through space, devouring planets and its citizens. As the Galactus Cannibal Band enjoyed their cosmic smorgasbord, we are then taken back to Earth as it is revealed that quite a few undead managed to survive, getting roasted and toasted by the powered-up zombies. One of these zombies just happened to be Wilson Fisk himself, aka the Kingpin, who still managed to have some immaculate drip despite being a walking corpse. He then worked with Zombie Jackal, where the two created a human cloning program which allowed them to provide an unlimited food source for any who wished to follow them. One of the top lieutenants Fisk recruited to his growing zombie army just happened to be our boy Zombie Morbius, who yes was both a vampire and now a zombie. That honestly makes no sense at all, but somehow makes more sense than the whole Morbius movie itself. During their travels, Fisk's men found the brain-damaged body of zombie Doctor Strange, who was crushed by a car after a fight with Magneto prior to his death. Knowing that the Magic Man would be of use, Fisk and his troops brought Strange back to his compound. Having his mind 80% silly putty, Doctor Strange was only able to produce a few spells, but the one he was able to do was of the utmost interest to the hungry kingpin of crime. This ability just happened to be the one that let the zombies of this Earth peer into other worlds. The dimension that they were able to look into just happened to be the main Marvel universe of Earth 616. It is here that they were able to spy on the secret government group Armor, which was sort of like S.H.I.E.L.D., except they were the cooler, sexier, top secret version that protected other worlds from each other. Seeing that the Morbius of Earth 616 was the head scientist of Armor, Kingpin devised a deadly and rather crafty plan. At some point, Fisk and his men discovered that deep within the swamps of Florida was the nexus of realities that allowed them to travel to neighboring worlds. The first part of this plan involved sending Zombie Morbius through the portal, where he then accessed Earth 616, infiltrated Armor headquarters, and beat up and kidnapped his main universe counterpart, where he took over his identity as head scientist. He even equipped himself with a prosthetic mouthpiece that would cover up his nasty necrotic mouth. Man, these guys really thought of everything. The next part of Kingpin's plan consisted of sending the merc with half a mouth himself, Zombie Deadpool, through the portal to cause some cannibal chaos in this main Marvel universe. It is here that he entered the Florida area of Earth 616, where he started helping himself to the tasty local residents. This then led to a distress call being sent out to a group of nearby heroes who went in to investigate. Totally unprepared for a zombie invasion, these C-list heroes were quickly ripped apart, aside from the sorceress Jennifer Kale and the alien hippie Aquarian. Leaping from the shadows to help his zombie bros, Deadpool viciously attacked the heroes, who managed to defeat him after blasting him into a nearby skiff, where they used the fan to chop him up into tasty little Deadpool bits. The sushi, anyone? However, this would not completely defeat the dude, whose living head actually survived the attack, where it was taken into Armor custody. Seeing that they had a potential zombie apocalypse on their hands, Armor turned to their head scientist Morbius to create a vaccine. This Morbius, as we as the audience know, was of course Zombie Morbius in disguise. You'd think that someone would catch on. I mean, dude definitely has to smell like a corpse at least. Regular Morbius definitely looks like he smells good, like that Johnny Depp Dior Sauvage cologne or something. Undercover Morbius then proposed to the team that they would need to send someone to the zombieverse of Earth 2149 so they could grab a blood sample from an uninfected human so he could create the vaccine. The heroes chosen for this mission would be the robot heroes Machine Man and Jocasta due to their inability to get infected. Upon being teleported to the zombieverse, the pair was immediately attacked by the remaining horde. Not going down without a fight, the pair managed to blast and smash their way through Kingpin's forces, where they came across his uninfected wife Vanessa. The pair told the surprisingly calm lady about the situation, where they then got her blood sample and proceeded to leave until they came across one of Fisk's dinner parties, where he and the Inhumans helped themselves to the terrified clones created by the Jackal. Seeing how the clones were treated less than human like the robots of his Earth, Machine Man leapt down and turned into full-on Punisher Inspector Gadget, where he went to full-on war with the hungry horde. Back at Earth 616, things went from bad to worse when one of the Armor agents went into Morbius' room to run some numbers by him, only to come across the gravely injured real Morbius, who warned her of the looming threat right behind her. Before the poor lady could even react, she is then met by undercover Zombie Morbius, who then finally revealed his true self, where he tore into her flesh, infecting her with the virus. Immediately being infected by the powerful disease, the infected woman then spread it to a fellow agent, who in turn began to spread it throughout the entire armor facility. Coming back to our robot heroes in the Zombieverse, we then see Machine Man, who stumbles across undead Doctor Strange, projecting his open window into Earth 616. Fisk then shows himself, and in true bad guy fashion, reveals his plan that this supposed vaccine that Zombie Morbius was making was actually the virus itself, and would be injected into this Earth's heroes, transforming this dimension into a cannibal hellscape just like theirs. Not about to let his dimension turn into George Romero's wet dream, Machine Man managed to escape Kingpin's grasp, where he then grabbed Ghost Rider's bike and blew up the cloning lab. Believing Machine Man to be dead, Jocasta made her way back to Earth 616 to deliver the blood sample to Morbius, only to discover that things kinda changed up a bit since she left. You do something with your hair, Morbius? It looks great, buddy. Seeing that the entire facility was overrun by Morbius and his wave of undead, Jocasta and the surviving troops fought their hardest to hold off the growing horde. Just as it looked like they were getting ready to kiss their world goodbye, Machine Man showed up right at the last second in a portal with Zombie Lockjaw, promising to eviscerate these undead vermin and chew gum, and he was all out of gum. Tearing through the zombie hordes, it would appear Machine Man was just getting ready to save the day when he was struck from behind by our boy Zombie Morbius, who was not about to let his hungry plans be foiled. As he prepared to kill our Mechanical Man, Zombie Morbius then uttered possibly the worst and best line in comic history, where he screams that he is a vampire and a zombie, therefore making him a Vambi, and he cannot be stopped. Oh, man, that is bad. This one panel itself was better than the entire Morbius movie. Take notes, Jared Leto. Just before he could utter any more Shakespearean level dialogue, Zombie Morbius is suddenly attacked by Earth 616 Morbius, who impaled the dude through the heart with a full-on tree. Completely shocked at this surprise attack, Zombie Morbius turned around, insulting his alternate self, telling him that this was the real world, and that classic monster movie effects such as a stake through the heart would have no effects on him. Only for him shortly later to turn into a pile of dust and collapse to the ground dead. Honestly, zombie or not, I think a tree through the chest would kill just about anyone. R.I.P. Zombie Morbius. And that is the full gory story of Zombie Morbius. It is certainly one of the wildest stories we have covered thus far, and truly cements Marvel Zombies 3 as one of my favorite stories in the entire saga. Given Morbius's weird, kind of not placement in the MCU, it does make me wonder if we will get to see our favorite living vampire once again in the upcoming Marvel Zombie series on Disney+. I seriously doubt it, but if anything can save the Jared Leto Morbius movie, it would be something wild like this. No lie, seeing Jared Leto fight an evil zombie version of himself with a tree would be pretty sick. Regardless, this and Marvel Zombies 4 gave me a greater appreciation for the Morbius character, and I would love to see him in another story like this in the near future. What I would love more than anything though is to know what you think. Did you know this about Zombie Morbius? Was there something I missed? What other characters would you like to see us cover? Sound off in the comments. Also be sure to give this video a like if you enjoyed today's content, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell icon to be notified of all of our latest videos. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the music in this video, it was all made by my boy Ognihs. You can check out his Spotify in the link below. You can also check out our new Patreon, also in the link below. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, you are awesome and loved. God bless, and I will see you in the next one.